Hey gang, thanks for stopping in at Craps Hawaii again. This video, this time, I actually was just gonna shoot this video, well, not even shoot the video, I just was gonna try and throw the dice, and just for myself, I was gonna see the probabilities of numbers that's gonna come before other numbers. So, in other words, like the 7, we know that the 7 can come 6 ways versus 3 ways for the 4, 4 ways for the 5, 6 ways for the 6, 6 ways for the 8, 5 ways for the 9, and 4 ways for the 10. Actually 3 ways for the 10. So it's like 3, 4, 5 times, and then also 5, 4, 3 times. So we know the 7 that can come 6 times. So in probability, you would think that if the point was 10, that you had more chance of the 7 coming before the 10, or the 7 coming before the 9. When it comes to the 6 and 8, kind of a little bit toss up, but the 7 should come more often than the 6 and 8, because the probability is that the 7 can come 6 ways. So just for myself, I wanted to see the probability, because you know that I work on my come outs. I also like to play the easy 75, where if I would not get the field but I would hit the 6 or the 8, I would get paid $35, and that means I could put 15 on the 9 and $15 on the 5. If I hit the field, I would get $15, and I could put it on the 5 and the 9. And the other probability or way of betting is I would bet the $15 on the 5, so that even if the 5 would come, I would lose the field, but I would get paid for the 5, $21, and I would put it on the 9, and I still would fulfill my inside bet. So I was just thinking to myself, do I really need to play the 5? Well, if you think about the 7 can come more ways or be made more ways than the 5, you would think that, oh, be a good bet that you would bet the 5. The only thing with doing this is I'm trying to limit the amount of money that you have to put out. So if you want to, make a true iron cross and protect the 5, 6, and 8 that is not in the field, that if the field wouldn't come and one of these numbers would come, that you would still get paid. But you would have to place the 5. So I was thinking, maybe I would go without placing the 5 and take a chance that the 5 not going to come. But like we said, the 7 can come more often or more ways than a 5. So I'm thinking the probability is this. Yes, if you were only having one number versus the 7, more chances the 7 would come more often in 10 rows or 20 rows than that number. But let's say in this case, I'm having the 4, the 6, the 8, the 9, the 10, the 2 that would pay double in the field, the 12 that would pay double in the field, I also would have the 11. So I'm thinking that the 7 versus all of these numbers, that the 7 would have less chance of coming out when it's versing all of these numbers. If it's only going against one of the points, then maybe the 7 has a better chance. Most of us would say would have a better chance coming out more often times than the other numbers. But because we're not betting a single number against a 7, that I think we have more chance of getting a number on a come out that we could collect versus the 7, or in this case even the 5. So what I decided to do was look at the probabilities. So I got 10 chips here, and I'm going to roll 10 times, and I'm going to mark the points that are coming out, and then we can see, would it be a good bet to not cover the 5? Okay, and this is just saying this is my come out bets, because I work on a come out and I bet it up like this, or I bet it up with covering the 5. So anyway, I'm going to roll 10 times, and I think I'm going to do this 4 consecutive times of 10. And like I said, I just was going to do this for myself and just check the probabilities. But since I'm going to practice this and test the probabilities, I thought I'll just make a video, and you can watch it if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But some of you might be interested. So anyway, I'm going to start rolling, and we're going to roll 10 times, and I'm going to mark that that was a roll of 10 numbers. Then I'm going to roll another 10, another 10, another 10. So you're going to see for like 40 rolls, and we'll see what happens. And it's all going to be random rolling, because most people in Vegas is random rolling. Some people even try to set the dice, but it still becomes random when it hits the wall, because they don't really practice enough to get down dice setting to a science. Okay, so anyway, here we go. So 10, I'll mark the 10. Okay, so I'm just going to throw markers out there. Nine, 5, 8, 9, 10, 5, 8, 6, and last roll 8. Okay, so that was one set of 10 numbers, and I'm just gonna mark it with this chip that I know I rolled the first set of 10 numbers. So if you take a look at this, if this was my layout and I'm working on the come out of 10, these 10 first roll random rolls, I would have not collected twice because the 5 came. But the rest of the numbers, I would have collected something. Okay, so the 9 is in the field, the 10 is in the field. Okay, so that's like 4 numbers in the field. So I would have got paid in the field. I got 3 8s and a 6. So I would have lost the field, but I still would have got $35, which would enable me to put 15 on the 5, 15 on the 9. So that would have still completed my mission to get the 5 and 9 covered by $15 each. So in other words, out of 10 rolls, only 2 times I would have not been able to get my $15 on a 5 and a 9. Okay, so that's the first roll. Now if I had the 5 covered, I would have gotten every roll. I would have gotten something paid, right? But I'm trying to just cut the bet amount down. because right now we're just playing 75. If I put another $15, we're paying $80, $90. Okay, so I wouldn't want to do that. I'm just checking it out and seeing what's some probabilities. So now we're going to work on our second set of 10 rolls, and let's see what happens then. For 7, we would have lost that one. Ace 3, 4. Which is in the field. Six. Seven. Four. 3 in the field. 3 in the field. 10. And last roll, 12. So in this case, we got paid double now in the field because the 12 came. So again, the only time I have not collected in the field lost my bets now. First time lost all the bets because of the 7. The last time only would have lost not getting the 5, but I would only have lost the 5, not the whole thing. But this time I would have lost twice. Out of 10 rolls, I would have lost twice. That's still not too bad odds, right? It's not really bad odds. I still would have collected for the 4 in the field. I would have collected 10 in the field. So you're looking at 2, 4, 6, 7 times I would have collected in the field and twice paid double for the 12. The 6 I would have got paid here and still been able to put my $15 on the 5 and 9. So I think the probabilities is pretty good on the second roll out of 10 numbers. So let's do it again. So we're working on our second or third set of 10 rolls. Ten. Four. 7. 10. 4. And it's funny how you see the dice where they're jumping. Sometimes there's some inside, some outside. Now 2 10s, 2 4s. 7. 6. 10. 8. Last roll, 5. Okay, so this third set of 10 rolls, we wouldn't have collected 3 times, since I wasn't covering a 5. If I was covering a 5, I wouldn't have collected 2 times. But in this case, 3 times. But still, the odds are in favor of me, because I would collect at least 7 out of the 10 rolls. Okay, so that's pretty good, because this actually is in the field. This actually is in the field. So you're looking at 5 numbers, 5 points that would have hit the field. 2 that wouldn't have hit the field but would have gotten paid anyway. And like I said, I would have lost the field, but I would have won $35. So I would have lost the field but won $35, and that would enable me to put 15 and still have a $5 profit. So as you can see, at least 5 times we will collect from the field, another 2 on the 6 and 8. So that's 7 times out of 10 in my favor. I would think that's pretty good odds. So working on our 4th now. 4th roll. 4th set of 10 rolls. 10. 8. 5. 9. 7. 12. Pays double again in the field. 5. 9. 2 rolls. 5. 7. Okay, so this time we would have collected on the 12, double in the field, but other than that, we would have collected only 3 more times in the field. 2 on the 9, 1 on the 10. 3 5s came, 2 7s came. So that's 50%, right? 50%. 4 up here, 1 double in the field. Well, if you count the double, 60-40. But that tells me, okay, so if I covered the 5 with $15, I only wouldn't have collected 2 times. I would have collected 8 times. So maybe putting the $5, covering the 5 with $15 would help. So out of 10 rolls, 4 rolls of 10, I think we lost 2 in the first set of 10, 2 in the second set of 10, 3 on the third set of 10, and 5. So 2, 2 is 4, 3, 7, and 5. So 12 out of 40 rolls we wouldn't have collected. 12 out of 40, that's, I don't know, it's in the favor of betting the field. And since it's going to go pretty fast, we'll take one more stroll through here and make it 50 times that we threw the dice. Okay. 10. And like I said, this is all just random roll. 5. 6. 10. 10. It's funny how the dice go certain numbers at certain times. Look at that, 4 10s. Amazing how the dice does that, right? 7. 7. After going over the puck, but that's how it goes. 10. Last roll. 10. Amazing how many 10s that was, huh? Boy, this would have been the right video for the $20 bit. Was it the $20 bit? I don't know if it was, but hitting the hard way on a 4 to 10 5 times and making $20,000. I forget what amount it was that I started with. This would be the one. Hit it 6 times. Hit the 10 6 times. So you know, I see I got 2 7s, 1 5. The rest of the time I would have collected. And remember, this is what I'm saying. This is just a come out roll, okay? And of course that could have been a come out roll and all these numbers thrown, but I'm just taking it as each individual throw was a come out roll, just to see if I would be able to get my numbers up here, or it would be a bad bet to work on the come out. And like I said, the last time we had like 12 out of 40. Now we got 14 out of 50 times that it's more in the positive side of working on the come out. If I was to play the 5, it would have been even more positive that we would have collected. So it's just food for thought. I just was gonna do this for myself, but since I was gonna roll this and check it out and see the probabilities of working on a come out, and should I play the 5 while I'm working on a come out, or there would have been more 7s and would tell me that, oh, it's not good to work on a come out. Well, I think I proven to myself that it's okay to work on a come out. Although the last time on my last trip, I told you, in one day I got caught 12 times, not consecutive, but 12 times caught with the 7 working on a come out. But the next day and the rest of my stay, throughout the whole day, I think I got caught only once or twice in the whole day by the 7. Other than that, never got caught by the 7. So I think I'm just gonna post this video so some of you can see, you know, what the probabilities are of working on a come out, whether it's good to work on a come out or not good to work on a come out. And you yourself, if you have a pair of dice and someplace you can roll, sometimes it's good to just check things out by doing these things and seeing the probabilities of whether you should make this bet or you shouldn't make that bet. So anyway, some of you, like I said, might have enjoyed this video. Maybe to some of you it wasn't that important for you to see, but I'm posting it anyway just in case some people enjoyed the video and found out some information that they never knew. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you are going to Vegas, I heard some comments of people going in the next 2 weeks. Some guys going tomorrow. Good luck. And as long as you have fun, that's the main thing. We'll see you again. Take care.